Hey, what's going on? So today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to use the power of AI to create successful ad creatives completely from scratch in a matter of minutes, specifically creating UGC-style ads, which is user-generated content, so it's going to be like talking heads of people essentially explaining whatever you want them to. So enough talking, let's jump into it. So what you're going to be doing is going over to Arcads.ai. I just typed in Arcads on Google. It's going to be this one right here, AI-generated, AI UGC made easy. So click on that. And then when you click on that, you've of course got to sign up or make an account. And once you're actually in, what you're going to be met with is just a blank canvas like this in which you'll have to create a new project. Now, just to kind of give some background and show you guys some of the projects and what they look like. So this is a prompt I wrote up for real estate investors for one of my clients, in which we were selling a low ticket offer. And the whole point of selling the low ticket offer was to get a ton of users to purchase it, in which we were upselling them later on a high ticket package that's £7,000. So we had a ton of different AI generated UGC content explaining this exact script that you see here. So how we set this up and how you can too. First off, if you don't have a script ready or you don't know how to create a script for ads, I recommend going over to ChatGPT and explaining a little bit about your business model and explain specifically that you're going to be creating an AI generated ad and to create a script that is digestible by the AI. Another thing to note when you're actually going through and creating these, sometimes AI will say words weird and maybe not pronounce them in the particular accent, or they're just completely butchering the word. So what I'll do in that scenario is write the word how it sounds instead of how it's spelled, and that usually allows the AI to enunciate it a lot better. And so what you're going to do if you're starting from scratch, over on Arcads, you're going to click New Project, and then it's immediately going to ask you to write up your script, in which case I'll just go ahead and copy my script over that I'm going to be using, throw it in here. So now that it's thrown in here, we're going to add actors. So for this example, we'll use Helen as the actor. Click on that, then click Add Actors. So now that you have your script prepared and you have the actor ready, what you can even do is click on Helen and actually listen to how she sounds. Now before you click Submit, you can actually listen and demo how Helen sounds. You can increase or decrease her speed, stability, similarity. And then for style exaggeration, here's an example of exactly what that means. But what I'd recommend is clicking play before you actually submit it. Otherwise, what you're going to be doing is burning one of your generation tokens that you're going to get. With Arcads, you only get a fixed number of UGC generated videos. So highly recommend before it actually spits it out, you need to listen to the whole script and make sure that it sounds exactly how you want it to, and you plug any holes. Sometimes you'll find with this UGC content generated by Arcads that there'll be weird pauses. So how I get through weird pauses is where there should be a period, I'll just remove the period. So even though it's a run-on sentence, from the sake of like audibly hearing it, it'll sound a little faster. Or if there's a space where she's just non-stop talking and there should be a pause, I'll add a ... so it's a clear pause before the next thought comes out. You really just have to be strategic. I recommend playing around with the wording and use dashes as well. Dashes and ellipses, just multiple ways to either add spaces and breaks, or if you need them to just continue talking, then no space or break at all. So just clicking on the play button and listening to Helen, it'll typically take a second because it's on the spot generating the audio.
And property investors in the UK, we're giving away the property financial model our team uses to forecast successful real estate investments. It cost us £5,000 to develop. We're giving it away for only $37. And yes, it comes with a full training program too. This isn't just a spreadsheet, it's a full deal simulator used by real investors. You'll know your ROI, interest costs, and if your conversion strategy actually works. It's used in six-figure projects.
Anyways, you get the point, and from there you would just click generate, and then it would build everything out for you and present it to you so you can go in and download it, then plug it right into Meta Ads Manager and launch your campaign. So I highly recommend this if you're creative testing too. So, this is definitely a good basis to go off of, especially if you don't want to get in front of the camera yourself. However, I'd say once you do have a winning ad creative, it would be worth testing with an actual human that is going to be perfect with, impressions and stuff. I think we're still a couple years away from AI being like damn near indistinguishable. So I'll show you a few examples of what I mean. So just looking through some of the examples of ones that I've already generated. It's with the same script, but I just want to press play and show you guys what we're working with.
Real estate beginners and property investors in the UK. We're giving away the property financial model our team uses to forecast successful real estate investments. It cost us £5,000 to develop.
So as you can see, like, it's a little off. Like, he's like taking off his glasses and he's like, Because of that, I usually do a few derivatives. But again, like, this is a good basis to go off for creative testing. You know, I was able to pump out 10 of these, as you see here, throw them all into Ads Manager, test them all out, and then I know which visual is winning. For this creative test, the control group that was staying the same and staying consistent was the actual copy of what they're saying script-wise, and the changing variable is like the difference in visuals. But another way you could flip this is use the same one visual and have tons of different scripts, so you know, okay, well, this script is a winner, and then from there you can test out visuals. There's so many ways you can go about testing. And here's just another example.
If you're a real estate investor or a property developer in the UK, let me ask you, what does £37 usually buy you? A meal out? A round of drinks? What if it could buy your first property conversion roadmap? With our £5,000 financial model, now £37, you can plan your deals like a pro. Know your cash flow.
Anyway, so you get the point. I highly recommend checking this out. And then I'll show you just another one of one that kind of looks a little off, you know what I mean? And this just goes back to the fact that with AI UGC content, it's definitely worth playing around with the actors. Some of them are more foolproof than others, so it's a testing game.
Real estate beginners and property investors, we're giving away the property financial model our team uses, forecast successful real estate investments. The team spent over
But anyways, you guys get the point. I hope this helps. And once again, you're able to pump these out in a matter of minutes. It's a very efficient way to generate ads. And if you're an agency owner and you offer or you're looking to offer assistance building out UGC created content or helping clients run ads, this is a great service to add on. For Arcads, they have multiple different tiers for monthly subscriptions that you can get with them. This isn't an ad for them or anything. I'm just explaining everything you'll need to know. But the cool part is you could use this platform as part of your service delivery. The client doesn't know how you're going about creating this, but in the background you're just typing in the client's offer, pumping out a few videos, and using that as a basis for ad creatives or for testimonials or referrals. There's so many ways you could go about using this. It's awesome. So yeah, guys, hope this helps, and hopefully you can create some badass content using the power of AI, and I'll see you guys in the next video.